attending the retreat at the Manzoni Lodge this morning. The NASA leaders will issue a statement later before proceeding for a rally. Let's now link up with Duncan Ahemba for more details on this. Duncan, what more can you tell us?
Michelle, I think I'll engage Senator James Orengo, who is in a rush. He needs to go back because the lunch break has just ended, but they are working on final resolutions before they address the media. Senator, maybe if you could just take us through. We understand it is the mini council on the county assemblies or on the People's Assembly. What more could you tell us, or what do we expect?
No, it is not really a mini council. It is a preparatory meeting trying to establish a roadmap towards the holding of the People's Assembly and also making resolutions on very important matters in relation to what has happened since the 8th of August and what is the political action program that we are going to execute. But I think it's early for me now to talk concretely about those resolutions because they will be declared and read out to the media in a little while.
12 out of the 19 county assemblies that are under the command of NASA have approved the People's Assembly motions. We knew that those ones were to begin before the official launch of the major one. When do we expect that official launch now that already 10 county assemblies have approved?
That is going to be part of the resolutions. At the end of this meeting, you're going to be told what is going to happen. And by the way, we didn't have to wait for 10 or 20 or 24 county assemblies. This is just part of the process. Some of these resolutions can be made even after the People's Assembly has convened. So it is not premised upon the county assemblies resolutions. But I think there are important indicators in those resolutions. Yeah.
Initially, there were fears that NASA would go ahead and swear in their leader on Tuesday, a parallel event, but yesterday it was communicated that it will be a memorial service. Is it strictly a memorial service, or there's more to it now that they are saying a memorial service that will culminate into a public rally?
There's going to be a memorial service, interdenominational, for those who have, been brutally murdered and killed by the police. But what is going to happen besides the memorial service, the political content of that event on Tuesday? Again, we are going to talk about it after we finish the meeting. Yeah.
Thank you so much. I think I'll have to let you go. Michelle, Senator James Orengo rushing because he is the chair. He's the one who's moderating that particular session. And just confirm that NASA leader Raila Odinga is here. His co-principal Musalia Mudavadi is here. Moses Wetangula is not in. We understand that he's attending to other events in his Bungoma County because burial of other victims that were also part of what they are calling the NASA struggle, the third revelation struggle by NASA. So that is exactly what we'll be expecting. And he has said they are working in to do the final ratification of the resolutions of what they'll be communicating to the media. And of course, playing it safe, saying that he's not going to let the cat out of the bag. But we do expect comprehensive media briefing immediately. They are done. That should be in the next 30 or 40 minutes or in an hour's time to be safe. Michelle.
But just to be clear on what NASA's agenda there is this afternoon, I just had you speaking to Senator Orengo there about their agenda, seeing as 12 out of the opposition, out of the 19 opposition-leaning counties had already passed the motion to form people's assemblies before the High Court order restraining that. Is NASA going ahead to form these people's assemblies despite that High Court order?
I've asked that question to the senator, and he says in as much as over 10, actually 12 have approved the motions. He says they did not necessarily need all the 19 that are under the NASA command to do so before they give the clear picture on now the bigger People's Assembly. But he has said it's the fact that they are appreciative that so far it has been a success story in terms of approving the motions. They are going to tell us exactly what the fate of the People's Assembly is. Remember that already there was an attempt, or not an attempt, actually a Kitui court has stopped that particular process, but they've said that just like the Parliament or the National Assembly and the Senate, judiciary cannot stop activities of a parliament. Therefore, they are saying county assemblies are not subordinate assemblies. They are saying they are properly anchored in the law, and no court can stop proceedings of any county assembly that can purport to inject activities of a county assembly. So basically that is a much that we know so far, and I think more they will be giving, those are some of the critical questions we'll be putting to the principal Raila Odinga and Musalia Mudavadi as soon as they emerge from that room where they've gone back to finalize on the resolutions. And just to indicate to you, is not just the political class. The think tanks are here, that they're also doing part of that strategy. We've seen David Indi, we've seen Barak Muluka, we've seen Abubakar Zain. These are the think tanks within NASA that they've been working hand in hand with the political and the legal teams within the national resistance movement. So they are sort of going to come out and give us a broad-based outline on NASA's activities. But remember, I've just asked him whether Tuesday, is it strictly a memorial service or what exactly is in the cards, given that they've said it will be a memorial service come political rally, and they have said they will give us that particular stand when they are done. Michelle.
All right, many thanks. Duncan Haemba is joining us live from Manzoni, Machakos, where NASA leaders led by Raila Odinga are pondering the next move forward in their push for reforms agenda in the country. More details on that in our subsequent bulletins. Stay tuned to KTN News for the whole story. We are KTN Weekend at 1. Take a short commercial break now, but when we come back, we'll be linking up with the